In this lesson of the three-part series of success principles, I explain the second acronym that embodies the principles of success, namely energy. ENERGY. Let's look at what each of the letters represent, starting with the first E and N in this lesson. I also emphasize that as an umbrella term, energy plays a huge role in success. Energy. See, we spend a considerable amount of time and energy on making a living, first of all, but we often miss out on the knowledge that is needed to make a life. Everyone knows how to make a living. Our job is to learn how to build and create a life. When we choose to make a life instead of just living, all aspects of our lives are affected. Above all, life requires energy management. Now, I'm curious to know how many of you hear from your friends, your family, the people around you that they want more of your time. How many of you hear from your bosses, the people you work with, your colleagues, they say you need to spend more time on what's important to them. As a result, I bet many of you are feeling guilt, pain, pressure inside, thinking you need to spend more time with someone or something. Keep in mind that you feel these same pressures, and some of them probably to a much higher degree than others. Most people feel that to be more productive, to achieve their goals, to be successful, they need more time. We always like saying, I wish there was more time in a day or in the week. I talk to entrepreneurs, athletes, successful people trying to make it, students, people who just started their business, people who are new to the game. I meet with many types of people from all walks of life in my work. And one thing I always hear is, Vamsi, I wish I had more time. That's why this session is so important. You need to be able to help yourself with this issue because it's so common and it's so misguided. Everyone is fixated on time management and expansion. But I want you to switch your focus to energy management. This is crucial concept to absorb and I really want you to take it in. We'd rather have 10 minutes of someone's affection than an hour of their distraction. Isn't that just the truth? People in your life want 10 minutes of your affection instead of a weekend of your distraction. So many of your relationship problems in life would disappear if we bought our energy and not just our time to people. We are so used to trying to give the best to people of our time that we forget to give them our energy. You are exactly the same. They are trying to stretch themselves too thin by spreading their time, but as a result, they are not giving anything enough of their energy. I define energy management as when a person brings the best of themselves to a situation, they are the most productive in what they are doing at that moment. Even if they spend less time on it, but apply all their energy for a shorter period. So, we are going to focus on how to manage your energy. These are straightforward ideas you can apply to manage your energy for optimum productivity. A new study shows that even though business leaders' energy levels are rising, their productivity is not following it. So, research done at the University of Southern California found that 80% of business leaders are not working at their ideal energy levels. Now, let's consider what happens when someone does not work at their highest energy level. Guess what happens? Their career and work suffer, their boss is expecting more, their colleagues are concerned, the team is suffering, they lose focus and they lose confidence. Feelings of failure spill over to the other areas of life. What happens at home? Their partner also feels their lack of energy. Their children, friends, and family feel it too. As a result, they end up feeling more guilty, less focused, increasingly distressed. They want to achieve more and do more, but the reality is that when their energy drops, everything else follows. Believe me when I say I've been there physically, when I've had health challenges, my energy dropped so much that it made me a different person. I lost every ounce of energy. I acted differently with people I love. I behaved in untypical ways because I have been so low on energy at these times. You try and discount anything you feel is not useful. Energy really makes a profound difference in all areas. And remember, 82% of business leaders don't get this right either. Yet, trying to recharge too fast can also cause one's productivity to decline. Even if you are feeling energetic and enthusiastic, the pace is sometimes short lived and you lose focus and perspective, and you start to make mistakes and reach burnout. I see the same in a lot of people. They feel they must always have momentum, and when they slow down or relax, they don't recharge. Often they misunderstand the concept and see relaxing as watching TV. Actually, what relaxing should be is refueling. When you want to recharge your phone, you put it on a charge cable designed to refuel the battery. As people, we are the same. You are the same. We may not be machines, but what we have biological machinery inside of us. It's very similar to an appliance that has to be refueled and re-energized. So we all need to learn the correct and effective way to recharge. So let's go to the steps for proper energy management. The first letter in the acronym energy, the letter E stands for energy first. Alright, with an emphasis on energy. Now, one of the best ways to boost your energy and correct your energy management is not to split your time. Split your activities according to how much energy, presence, and attention you can give them. What do I mean by this? If you think that someone wants 2 hours of your time, but you are able to give them 20 minutes of your energy, then make that meeting, event, phone call, or whatever 30 minutes, right? Or 20 minutes. They need to manage their energy. What amount of time allows them to give their best energy? Instead, what we do is manage our time. Anytime we have free, we often waste that on chit chat, a Netflix show, and so forth. But here's the thing, it may actually be sapping our energy rather than increasing our energy. We give 2 hours to that person who wants 2 hours of our time when they only need 20 minutes and we only had 30. So, the most important first thing is not to split your time. Always think energy first. Tell them, don't think time first, think energy first. So often people reach out to me and say they would love to spend an hour and a half with me, or 2 hours or 3 hours. And I say, well, we can start off with spending maybe 15 or 30 minutes. And they ask me why they think I am trying to be like a superior. And I'm like, no, no, no. And I tell them, because I've got so many people wanting to connect and I want to connect with so many people, I want to be able to give you complete energy, focus, and attention. I want to give you my presence, my energy, not just time. Even if you does not like my work, these tips will still help you manage your energy. This will help you find the exciting challenges in your work or give you the energy to make a change. So, this is the first point about energy I wanted to talk to you about. Let's get to the second point of utilizing energy to extract success. The second point refers to the N, the acronym ENERGY, which stands for negative energy. When we manage our time, we may think, I'm going to spend an hour with this friend. I know that he or she likes to gossip, and I know they are always criticizing people. But anyway, they are good friend. I'll spend an hour with them, right? Maybe you have been in that situation, or maybe you have a friend that calls you up and always want to vent and complain or gossip. Does this sound familiar at all? I'm sure you can think of someone. Sometimes we accept negativity as a compromise or because it's expected of us. It's almost like people feel obligated that we should feel that we should be there. If you have negative friends, you have negative energy around you. Can you imagine what an hour of negativity does? An hour of negativity is more draining than we realize. But when you focus on energy management, even when you are in that situation, you can try to minimize the impact. You can project positivity, try to deflect the negativity, or guide the interaction to another direction. In the Vedic tradition, that's beautiful analogy of a turtle. It says when a turtle is happy in a positive environment, the turtle extends its limbs outside the shell. So it can soak up the light, it can soak up the energy. People are similar in these senses. We should extend ourselves to absorb the positive energy around us when we are in that environment surrounded by the people with enthusiasm. When the turtle is under attack or senses are in danger, however, it retracts its limbs into its shell to protect itself. Similarly, sometimes we are surrounded by negative energy that we can't always control. Whether it's at work, at home, or being with friends, we have to retract and go inward to protect ourselves. This is how we manage negative energy. Everywhere we go, we are bombarded by negative messages, and the key is to go with our head but not takes our heart with us. Therefore, you need to learn to become more aware and protect yourself when needed. Here is a short analogy that I really like. Imagine if I give you 86,400 rupees today and someone stole 400 rupees. You don't have to be good at math to appreciate this example, so don't worry. Imagine I give you 86,400 and someone stole 400. How much do you have left? It's not a test. 86,000, right? That's what it is. Would you waste the rest of 86,000 figuring out who stole 400? Would you spend the 86,000 worrying about that 400? Would you spend the 86,000 on trying to figure where and how the 400 was stolen and feel sad that just that was stolen and then end up with none of that? Would you do that? Would you spend and use all of that 86,000 rupees to figure out where that 400 rupees went? No, you wouldn't. So, why do you do with your time? Why is it then when we waste 1 hour of our day, we fret and complain about it for much longer? There is so negative and wasteful that we waste all our day. because you still have 86,000 to use our example again. And the reason that I chose that particular number is that all of us have 86,400 seconds a day. If someone steals 400 seconds or even more, if someone steals 6,400 seconds, you still have the rest of the time to drive your energy in the right direction. Or you can spend all that good time that you have left wasting energy complaining about the negativity you experience. It's as simple as that. Let's get back to my message about negative energy. When it comes to negative energy, be really careful. Remember, the energy shift is draining and cannibalizes your valuable time. I started meditating and practicing spirituality about 4 years ago. It was when I began investing in myself that I found the differences between those who started their internal journey and those who lost their way on the path forward. When you charge your path, remember that any change is lasting. If we try and hold on to that old way, it's gonna be painful. Everyone agrees that when you change your path, at the beginning, they were sad to lose friends and other family members. It made the change challenging, but now they have much more. Many of their old friends who understand the journey they took, they reconnected and deepened their friendship. When you are meditating, you are doing something different. It's sometimes hard to bring old friends on the journey straight away. If you can, that's beautiful. You don't have to shun them away or push them away, but you don't also want to force them along. But they will see the change in your character. Notice you are changing into who you really are and can be. So it's not about saying to your friends that you are better than they are and that they are not needed or they are not good enough, that you are not positive around the energy I need. That's not the lesson. That's not what a transformation of character is all about. Instead, show them what really matters to you, what you want to focus on, the positive change you're making in your life. Most of all, where you want to invest your energy and your time and see if they want to come along. Having talked about energy management and negative energy, let's get to the third principle. Having covered the general principles of energy and the first two letters, E representing energy first and N for negative energy, it's all that we have time for today. In the next lesson, I explain the remaining letter of the energy acronym. Until next time, keep up the awesome work and let happiness be a choice that spreads joyful colors in